In this video, we are going to be looking at place value together. Now, the history of numbering and counting in mathematics is interesting. The way it evolved from our four great-great-grandfathers till today. Now, for example, in the ancient days, people usually count with stones and probably rods, things you can see. Then we moved to what we call the tally system, and this were the ancient people counting on caves and rocks. In the tally system, they basically used strokes to count. For example, 1 stroke stands for 1, 2 strokes for 2, 3 strokes for 3, 4 strokes for 4, then 1, 2, 3, 4, another stroke to cross it for 5, etc. But you can see that we get into problem when we want to, for example, represent 1,000 with strokes. How do we count 1,000 strokes? It's burdensome. And so we move from the tally system to other systems of numbering. And at the time we got to what we call the Roman numerals. Now, the Roman numerals was a great advancement over the tally system because we now have symbols representing each number. For example, 4 is represented by IV. Then we've got, say, 10 is represented by X. Then we've got C is 100, D is 500, M is 1000. Do you understand? But there still was a problem with this, because even though I know that 4 is IV, for example, if I wanted to do 4 plus 4, there is no way I can actually do it on a paper in which I can see it. I can't do IV plus IV. It doesn't make sense. So we needed to evolve the Roman numeral system of numbering. And then we got to what we call the Indo-Arabic numbering system, and that is what we use till today. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All these is known as the Indo-Arabic system of numbering. Now this I hope you know. Do you understand? With the introduction of the Indo-Arabic numbering system, we now add what we know as positional notation, which is what we are learning today, or a part of what we are learning today, and then the invention of 0 as a placeholder. Now, what I mean by that is this. For simplicity's sake, I'm not going to write the place values yet, but just think of the place values as these boxes that I'm drawing. Now, if I put 1 under this box, it means something. If I decide to put 1 under this box and put 0 as a placeholder, it means another thing. If I decide to put 1 here and we have 0, it means a different thing. And then if I put 1 here and then I put 0, can you see this means 1? This is 10. Let me write it in words. And here we have 100. And here we have 1000. Can you see, by putting 1 in different positions and making use of the placeholder, which is known as 0, we're able to get different numbers still using the same 1. Does that make sense? And this makes computation very easy, because if I wanted to do 1 plus 10 plus 100 plus 1000, I can do it just immediately. 1, 1, 1, 1. Do you understand? So this is the importance of the place value system. Now, I just did a brief history of the place value system from what used to be and what we now are, so that you can really understand the importance of treating this topic. Now, let's go to what you really need under the scheme of work for this topic.